What is this I see coming at me?
Hi, I'm Tony Shepperd, and I'm going to give the demonstration today of a couple of units that are dear to me. Number one being the Mix Factory. Mix Factory is a 16-channel summing unit. It is pretty unique because it's in a 2-rack unit format. This first row of faders, or this first row of knobs, I should say, are the pan. So you can actually pan each individual channel that's going into the Mix Factory as left, right, or mono. In some summing boxes, you either have left or right or mono. With this, you can pick and choose as you want to. So this top row is pan, and this second row are fader or volume. And these mute lights on the 16-channel mute lights also double as signal indicators. So you can look from the other side of the room and know exactly what's going on. If you're wondering, where's that kick? You just look at the signal indicators and they'll actually start glowing green as to what's going on. When they're muted, they go red. And then with not, you can actually see the signal. So behind me, if you see something glowing, it's not little space aliens in there. It's actually music just that's coming through. I'm gonna play a little music in between while we're doing this, so you can kind of get a see of the land of what's going on. So you'll see the blue here is 1 through 8, and the red is 9 through 16, and each group of 8 has its own subgroup. So 1 through 8 subgroup is here, 9 through 16 subgroup is here, and the overall volume is here on this knob. So you can have 9 through 16 if you had like all of your reverbs going through 9 through 16, you can turn them down. Or any individual group of 8. 1 through 8 has its own subgroup, and then we've also got an insert into that subgroup. So 1 through 8, subgroup here, and an insert. 9 through 16, subgroup, and an insert. And the same thing, we have an insert on the 2 bus as well. One of the things that makes the Mix Factory pretty unique is that they're linkable. So you can put 2 boxes together, and now you've got, instead of 16 channels of summing, 32 channels of summing. And you don't lose a channel. You've got 1 box that dumps directly into the master switch or master knob of the next box, and you're not losing it. So you could stack 4 of them together and get 64 channels of summing. You're not losing 2 every time you go along. One of the great things about this box was designed, it was my concept, but it was designed by Paul Wolf, and it's manufactured by A Designs Audio. But the cool thing that Paul and I would throw some concepts at Paul, and Paul would say like, yeah, I could do that for you. And no matter what I threw at him, he was just like, yeah, I can do that for you. One of the things we wanted to make sure was we had a transformer in here that would really caress the sound of the unit and make sure that it was something, because there are transformers in other summing boxes, but this custom wound Cinemag transformer is really just superb. It's outstanding. So you access that by when the light is not on, the transformer is in the 2-bus path. When the light is on, it's in bypass mode, and you bypass the transformer. So even as we speak right now, I've got this in bypass, and you can hear it, and we're gonna play a little bit of music so you can hear what it sounds like. But this is the heart of my mix system. I'm a hybrid mixer. I mix in Pro Tools, but then I stem out. So all of my vocals come out 3 and 4. On my low end comes out 5 and 6. Guitar is out 7 and 8. And various percussion or anything I'm gonna do, that stems out. And what I find is that not only do I mix better and faster, but my signal to noise ratio is just through the roof, because I have the luxury now of not having to slam everything out a 2-bus all at the same time like you would if you were mixing completely in the box. So let's play you some material that is from the ground up here. We've got on the insert, we've got this EMEQ2. And the EMEQ2 is also made by A Designs Audio. It's a Pultec type EQ, but there's no tubes in this, none. So when you hit it with anything like hip hop or anything that's where it's got a leading edge of a kick, you're not going to destroy it like you would if you had a real pull tech and then the tube started to collapse on you. That would not be good. So we're going to take this in and out by just on the 2-mix insert right here on this 2-bus. You ready? Here we go.
What is this I see?
In.
Coming at me like a moving train. A faint but steady light. Barely tell from where I sit in chain.
Now we'll try it with the transformer out.
Seems so far away, but coming swiftly through the barren plain. A steady light that's coming like a moving train.
Now we're going to take this EQ out again. Watch this.
Something's in the air. Smells kinda like the coming rain. The sounds of drops of water.
This EQ is amazing.
Blending with
Absolutely
my tears of
fantastic.
joy and
Like I said,
pain.
the mix factory is the heart of what I do, and these
Seems so
boxes
very
add
slow.
character to everything that's going on inside my mixes.
Coming
In my
steady.
home studio that I've got 2 hammers. I've got one for guitars and I've got one for vocals. And this is on the 2-bus, and the nail compressor is on the 2-bus. There are a couple things about the nail compressor which are completely unique to compressors. There's no ratio. If you take a look at this, there's no ratio on the nail. The design of it is with a hard threshold that acts like a limiter. And there are a couple other features. You've got either listen direct to the signal, or you can listen to just the compressor by itself. Now, because I'm mixing the box, I have it 75% compressor and like 25% just the direct signals coming through. And the reason why is because there's a little edge that comes off of your DAW that I just try and keep a little bit in there. It works with some stuff. I never change the settings on my box. I mix in Pro Tools and then I change that because it's instantly recallable. And I balance it out against what I'm doing here. So for instance, this setting here on the side chain of the filter, if you had this on, it would, anything that's low frequency that's coming through would typically drag down that compressor. So if you had a kick that's just slamming through there and it's really pounding, it would drag down the compressor 2 to 4 dB. But if you sidechain it and anything below 250 hertz, now that kick is just as forward as it can be, and all the top end, anything above 250 hertz is now being compressed. So your vocals have this nice, creamy, yummy thing, but the kick is just blaring through. And in today's music, that's pretty much what you're looking for. You're wanting something that's gonna lead with that kick forward through. So there are a couple of really great options that you have on this box, but all these units combined are the hub of my mix factory. And one other thing that I really love about this box, when Paul designed the box, he designed it in such a way so that this small power generator for a small city, this is the mix factory power supply. And believe me, when you work with something that has its own dedicated power supply, it's like night and day. Instead of trying to cram all the power into the box, we put the stuff where it really counted. And having that external power supply is just the night and day of great sound, trust me. So that's pretty much some of the overview of what this is. If you want to go online and take a look, I'm happy to send you examples of mixes I've done in the Mix Factory, but I think you'll find that it adds a tremendous amount of value to it. And I know a lot of people who like their plugins, but for me, this is the ultimate plugin. It's the ultimate analog plugin. You take your gear, you plug directly into it, and you've got the instant width and depth that you wouldn't have if you were just using a DAW all in the box. Sound on Sound when they did a review, Mix Magazine when they did a review, Pro Audio Review, they all said the same thing. This opens up your mixes, it gives them depth, it gives them all kinds of sonic analog character that they just didn't have otherwise. So we call it the ultimate plugin. So that's kind of the overview of these boxes. I love them all. They're the ultimate analog boxes to me. And if you have any questions about anything you see here, call your Sweetwater sales engineer and they can walk you through this. There's some wonderful things that you can listen to and we will send you examples of it. But Sweetwater is one of the best systems I've ever seen. Walking around this campus has been wonderful, just kind of seeing how involved they are with everything. So talk to your sales engineer. They're more than happy to walk you through stuff.
Coming steady so I can't complain. It's in the air. It sounds just like the coming rain.